Mitä ovat ssh-avaimet ja mitä niillä tehdään? What are ssh-keys and what is their purpose? The keys are needed to be able to conveniently log from your own laptop or own computer to a server, for example, to supercomputer Puhti or supercomputer Mahti. In this video, I will illustrate step by step how you can do the setup of the SSH keys. And first, the target is that right now I have installed in my computer properly the SSH keys between my computer and Puhti. And let's see what does it mean. It means that when I write my username and I press enter, I get immediately in. I don't need to type in the password and then you get directly you can get in. So this is the target. Means also that when you have properly installed the SSH keys, you can give remote commands to a remote server, and you can, for example, give commands like that ssh, and then you can give, you want to run listing of all PNG files in this in home folder of this user, so me. I press enter, so it runs the command, ls command in the server, and I get the result there. No need for passwords and so on here. The SSH keys make it possible. And now I will show step by step how to make the setup for that. And in my computer, I do not have currently SSH keys to Mahti. And let's have a look. If I write SSH, I give this command, so well, I meet several kind of problems, and how to get over of them. So let's first solve that problem regarding to this some problem with Mac input, corrupted Mac in. And let's solve that headache first. In your own computer, please locate file, config file in your own computer. It locates in the path of this file looks like that in my computer. So in your Windows, so users typically it's like that, your name and .ssh and config, no extension, only config. So this is this config file. And in this path, create 3 lines there, and where you have the host name there first, so host mahti.csc.fi, and me as a user, and then save it. Now it's saved. And let's see what happens now when we try to log in with help of SSH. We now have overcome the Mac problem. It knows we have this specific option which solves this corrupted Mac problem. It is a well-known problem in SSH to some servers. Well, and now it asks the password. And now I have to try to remember what was my password. And let's hope I typed it in correctly. Yes, I succeed. No dementia yet. So now I'm in Mahti. Well, but as you saw, it you was asked about the password. So let's set up in your own computer side. So in the C users your username, something like that. Let's create the SSH key there. And the magic word SSH you need to generate the key, and the type for the key RSA, one typical type of SSH key. RSA, read about that pretty nice principle in the web, and needed, and then the amount of bits there. This amount of bits there is typically enough for many purposes, also for Mahti and Puhti, that's enough. So let's generate that key. We press enter. This is generating public and private key pair, and it saves the key to your own computer. And it takes a while. It asks the location where to save it. Yes, you can, as a default, simple press enter there. It is possible also to give a specific name if you have several servers in different locations and you need something like that. But in principle, you can typically go forward with the default name, ID, RSA, and so on. You don't need passphrase. There's the key, created key. And in this screen, you see the public part, idrsa.pub there. Its fingerprint looks like that, and you can copy and paste that in your computer and put it inside the server side. There's a location named authorized keys, but you can also send it to there with the command ssh copy ID. So let's copy the created default ID, so the public key to destination, which is in this server. SSH copy ID, it should work. If it doesn't work, SSH copy ID, well, Windows do not always, this works if you have a Linux terminal, it works. But in Windows, it seems it doesn't work. Therefore, let's simply do the following. Let's dig in. Let's take an ordinary connection to the Miten side. This way. Need the time to go in. And now let's do manually the transfer of the public key here. And to do that, now you are in the Miten computer. I will open a new terminal, Windows terminal, a moment. So this is my own computer here, and then let's show also the Miten side. So there is the Miten computer. Here we have a location. We are now in the home folder, but let's move to the cd.ssh. So it is a hidden folder. Well, there is no SSH folder at all, so let's create that. So, because to be able to take the remote SSH connection, we need a folder named SSH. And now we have that, have the folder here. Well, and let's go move to there, so cd.ssh, and now we are in. And next, let's create there a file named authorized keys. So it is authorized keys this way, and it's there. And in this authorized keys, you need to have the key you just created there in your own computer side. And we saved the SSH key there. And let's have a look. What does it look like? We have so here in your own computer there is the SSH folder, and the ID ras.a.pub is the file you need to send to the Miten side, and you can apply copy pasting there. So you can copy paste from your own computer to Miten, but there can be you may face problems with your clipboard and so on. So let's do that in a way that let's copy with scp secure copy ID rsi.pub. So let's copy that to the destination. Here, the destination there is path to there is users. And this is the folder. And this command, so to repeat, this will copy this public file. Please take care you don't send the private key, the public one, to the server you are interested about to connect frequently or so on. And when you do that, it asks again the password. And now it's transferred with the cost of typing in the password. Well, and now you can see here the authorized keys. And now the authorized keys should include, let's have a look, what does it look like? ID. It looks like that. And the authorized keys file should include that. Therefore, let's make a small trick. So let's remove that. So now we have only the ID rsa.pub there, and then rename that with the command mv. This way. So now we have their authorized keys, and it includes, we can also have a look inside that with the nano. And there it is. Some computers, by the way, do not accept that part in the end of the key. Sometimes it is needed to take away. So if you face problems, please take it away. The first part until this is the essential thing. So, and with Control X, we get out from there. Then we need to give proper rights for the folder to be able to use them properly. Therefore, for the authorized key, let's use with chmod. Let's use that. Well, and then we for the let's put this for the SSH folder. And now we have transferred the public key to the server side and changed the with chmod the access to the keys correspondingly. And now let's test what happens if we now try to SSH in. And be careful not to do typing problems like that. So you can see immediately you get into the Vahti. And this means that now you are easily, when you, let's create we create the file there in the Vahti side. So now when you have the keys installed properly, you can give commands from your Windows side to the server side, like the ssh, where, and for example ls. So you can give commands and you see the result there. So the nice interaction between your own computer and the Vahti side, Vahti works now properly. And I encourage you to train by for yourselves that everything works fluently. And the methodology I showed you that in the beginning. First, when you, after 1 year, you have some new server somewhere, and you have the user account in the new server, and you try to SSH in there. First, test, can you SSH in at all? If you face the Mac problem, you know how to manage that with help of this option, which can be written in the config file in your Windows machine side. And after that, test again. And test, can you SSH in? If you can SSH in with typing in password, then you can jump to the remote server side. And there create the .ssh folder, and then inside that move the public key you generated in your own computer side to there, and change with chmod, take care there's proper settings done, and then you can do fluently those things after that. Well, that's it, and the same, and in short, in Finnish language, the summary about the previous description. Kävimme tuossa juuri äsken kävin läpi sen, että miten rakennetaan vaiheittain ssh-avaimilla pääsy sujuvasti, näppärästi, mukavasti omalta koneelta etäkoneelle. Ja huomatkaa, että sovelsin siinä tällaista menetelmää, että yrittänyttä ei laiteta, eli aluksi yrittäkää ssh-lla sinne sisään. Jos se herjaa Macistä, korjatkaa se asia config-failin avulla ja näin edelleen. Sen jälkeen pääsette sisälle, kun sitten vain jaksatte takoa sen salasanan sinne sisään ja muistatte sen oikein. Ja kun pääsitte sisälle, teillä on mahdollisuus siellä serverin päässä sitten luoda sinne se .ssh-faili ja sinne authorized keys niin kohtaan sitten siirtää se public avain täältä oman koneen puolelta. Eli tässä lyhyet ohjeet tästä myös tälle meidän suomen kielellemme tulkattuna. Kiitoksia, soveltakaapa näitä ohjeita sujuviin yhteyksien rakentamiseen. Kiitos, thank you, tack så mycket.